Welcome to the shop review this week. Now, there is a new tank, the M4 Yo. Now, this vehicle, I don't have access to it currently. I am not dumb enough to buy this vehicle. You shouldn't be either. So I will make a video on that tomorrow once I have access to it without any sort of payment. Thank you to Daddy Wargaming for that. Now, let's have a look at the rest of it. Obviously, don't buy crates. That's not good. You never buy crates. Now, we have the Löwe and the E75 TS, and I kind of want to talk about that a bit because here's the thing. This bundle, no. Panther 88, useless. Panther M10, useless. Tiger 131, nostalgia value, but tier 6, so useless for making credits. So it's only really the Löwe that's actually worth it, and you can get that for 5.5k with equipment. So you have a very good value here. Now, the E75 TS is a better tank than the Löwe, but it's sold for 1k more without equipment. So here's the thing. If you're a good player and you know what you're doing, the Löwe is the massively better and more attractive option right here. And I'll play it later as well. But if you're not that good and if you are looking for a premium, and obviously if you can equip it as well, if you have the credits to equip it, then the E75 TS is the better option because it is a tank that performs just about slightly better than the Löwe. Now, for the rest of it, there's nothing really has changed. Obviously, these two are still in the shop, and they still don't recommend them at all. If you want to know more about these vehicles, then check out last week's shop review. And then, obviously, the gold bundles are still infected with weeb, so I would ignore them. Double gold bundles are pretty much always worth it. And that's really it for this week. There isn't much in here. Obviously, you have these effective game things. Those tend to be solid, 60 days of premium, 11k gold, 3.5 million. I wouldn't buy credits, to be honest, for money, because it's not really a great investment, but, I mean, this bundle is not bad by any means, really. So, with that said, and the M4 Yo being delayed a bit, because it has to be added manually, rather than I can just get it, and then let's have a look at the Löwe. And first of all, looking at the stats of this vehicle, you can see the penetration and the alpha damage is very high, just like the accuracy and aim time that is very good on this vehicle. So the gun on the Löwe is absolutely excellent. The mobility, however, is very much not. It is significantly slower than i6 or even an AMX. So in terms of mobility, you don't got none. And in terms of the armor as well, the turret is very solid, however the hull is very easily penetrated, especially by premium rounds. Tier 7s will struggle, Tier 9s will butter straight through, Tier 8s will mostly need premium rounds to get through, and the STG can't pen it at all because it can't pen anything. Now, here we go with the Löwe and the E75 TS as well, so we can directly compare them. The Löwe is bigger, as you can see right here. The lower plate on the Löwe is weak, just like it is on the E75 TS. The sizes of them are relatively similar. Now, the turret armor on the E75 TS is relatively flat, so it can be penned with premium rounds. However, the same does go for the Löwe as well. The second you slightly turn it, anything outside the massive gun mantlet is pennable. And as you can see, in terms of the mobility, it got none much. It's a big boy. So it's... how do they say? It's a heckin' jonker. Now, is it good, though? The gun is excellent. The gun's amazing. So if you can make up for the meh mobility and the somewhat semi-existent armor, this thing can be an insanely good tank, especially for making creds, because it has one of the highest credit coefficients in the entire game. So for that, it's very nice. Now, the Action X, he's gonna try to poke me to death, whatever that is. Like, an Action X is not scary when you fight it like this, because, I mean, it does 190 damage. You can out-trade it every damn time. Gun depression on Löwe is not great, for the most part, but it'll just about do. So, I think it's 8 degrees. It's enough. It's definitely enough, and it will do its job. However, obviously, for positions like this, you might want to have a bit more. I have no idea what the CDA is doing, especially in a position like this. Now, I get that playing tank destroyers aggressively can be very interesting, but please do it correctly. What's armor exactly? On that Action X. Now, here is an ISU, and no one wants to peek that. 286 millimeters of penetration on that vehicle. You absolutely don't want to do that. Now, here's the thing, right? To get good in Blitz, all you gotta do is know a bit about the tanks, right? You gotta know ISU, slow, no armor, gun is insanely good. That's about it. And then, like, rough values of 640 alpha damage and penetration that can pin anything. Things like that. If you know that, then you're already better than 70% of Blitz players. You know, it's not like you have to know, okay, the front plate of the Löwe is exactly 137mm thick. That doesn't help. It doesn't matter. It's obviously nice to know, but it doesn't really help. So it's about the general information. For example, the Progetto has very low standard penetration, but it has an auto-reloader, for example. Things like that. So, same with the Löwe. You have an excellent gun, you have miserable mobility, and you have armor that just about works enough. So, let's see what we can do. And, I mean, this is still a solid offer, 5.5k. Now, they've sold better offers before. Obviously, where 5.5k meant that they also included some premium time and some credits as well. Now, I'm in a 1v5 situation here. And obviously now the Action X becomes extremely annoying, so let's see if we can take him out here. Actually, no. It's like basically I'm stuck between a pea shooter and a naval gun. So we take out that one first, and now there's a guy behind me. And that's not very nice. I'm not a fan of that at all. But 3.2k damage, just like that. If you know what you're doing, and if you stay safe, it doesn't matter what kind of a team you got, because you do still do 3k damage. And I think this is a nice game to show it as well, because, I mean, there are honestly some people that think the game's rigged. Like, honestly. How dumb do you have to be? So just play better, honestly. Just get good. Just do more damage. If you think the game's rigged, just do better. Bruh. But yeah, if you have a look, right here, 3.2k damage as a loss. But I still made almost 60k credits. That's pretty solid. And I even got a downvote. Let's go. What the fuck is that? So I have to buy gold to get gold. No, thank you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.